So, welcome to this podcast, everybody. And we've called today School Life, What Helps Us Cope. My name's Leslie, and I'm here today with two young people who'd like to share their experiences and thoughts about their own school life. If you could start by just telling everybody a little bit about yourselves.
I'm Hermione, I'm 13, I'm autistic and ADHD.
Thanks, Hermione. Can you tell us a bit about how you find school in general?
It's quite tiring and
Yeah.
it's overwhelming. I moved when I was in year 3 and then my next school was really good and understanding.
So you had two really different experiences at primary school.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what about secondary?
It's all right, but then it just gets really overwhelming at times, and then with people and noises and teachers and stuff.
Okay, so secondary school's still quite tough.
Yeah.
Okay, Sky, Hermione said a little bit about how she felt at primary school. What about your primary school?
Awful.
Why was it so awful?
Most things, I don't know, just wasn't nice.
Did they understand you at primary school?
No,
And what about secondary school?
better, a lot better.
Okay, that's great to hear. And what makes your particular secondary school a lot better?
They actually care about me.
Fantastic. Well, that's nice to hear, isn't it? Okay, so I think the message that we're getting so far from you both is that school so far has been quite tough for you. Yeah? What I'd like to move on to now is to start thinking about what can actually make school life easier for you. So you've mentioned about people. What qualities do you think teachers need to have to make sure for you and other children that they all feel safe, calm and happy when they're in school? What are those skills and qualities that you think are important in a teacher that you'd like to see all the time?
That they treat me as me and not like another student. So they all treat other people like their own person.
So as in an individual?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you agree with that, Sky, that people need to be treated differently as an individual?
Yeah.
So you and Hermione are both autistic. Do you think teachers should be treating you the same?
No,
Why is that?
because we're not the same.
Okay. So you've still got different needs. You're both autistic, but you've got very different needs.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, Hermione, anything else that you'd like to add?
They make learning fun and not just put videos on or talk for hours.
Okay, so that's
For
what
us.
you like to see, different ways of learning, if you like, that teacher could use. Sky, anything else? Do you think all your teachers believe you and listen to you all the time?
Some of them, not all of them.
Okay, and is that important to you?
Yeah.
Teachers that get it and are fun but fair to us.
Okay, so when you say get it, do you mean that they understand you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like a teacher to be really straight and serious all the time, or
No,
have a bit of fun?
I don't know, chill.
Chill. You'd
Yeah.
like a teacher that's a bit chilled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real people.
No sarcasm, or if they do, explain it, because we don't know if they're actually telling the truth or just joking.
Okay, so sarcasm can be quite tricky sometimes to understand, can't
Yeah.
it? To interpret whether they are trying to be funny and amusing or whether they're actually being serious.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the best thing about your school is, or about a specific teacher, that has made you feel comfortable and happy when you are in school? Have you got any specific examples, perhaps currently at your secondary school? Is there anything you can think of, Sky, that you've found really helpful? What do they need to understand about you?
That sometimes I can't speak. And, like, the name is really stupid. I hate the name of it. Because it's not selective. I can't choose.
Okay, so sometimes you find it really difficult to talk and you need teachers to understand that, and that's not a choice thing for you, that's just literally you can't get your words out. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
I have counselling, and it helps me because she's like calm and lets me talk, like actually talk, and she understands me.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Really helpful. Anything about the noisiness of school that you find at the moment? Anything that school do at the moment to help you in those situations?
Oh yeah, they let me leave 5 minutes early, so I didn't have to be in the busy, crowdy, shoving corridors.
Brilliant. And you found that easier?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Hermione? Would you like that? Do you like leaving early?
No, I don't like being first to lesson, and then I don't like standing out as well. So
Okay, so I think what we're saying there is, or what you're saying there is that for some people that helps, and for some people that wouldn't help. So again, that's about teachers really understanding an individual's needs and making adjustments and changes for each individual, because everybody is different. Okay, anything about time out that either of you want to talk about? What does time out actually mean?
you go to house office, or you go somewhere that's like quiet, and then you can sit in there for 5 or 10 minutes, and then like go back, and you're a bit like calmer and like less overwhelmed and stuff.
Okay, so have you found that time out has helped you then, Hermione?
Yeah.
So when you go to time out, you go to this house office. Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about this house office? Why is it so good? Who's there? What happens there?
So like there's head of house, and then they sometimes give you food, and then they can, if you're really struggling, they'll let you do your work in there. And then one house office has a dog, but it's not my house office.
It's
But
mine.
yeah.
Does that help you?
Yeah. Because it's just like a distraction, basically. Animals, like, I understand them, and like I feel like they understand me more than people.
Okay, so they make you sort of feel calm?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. And what about being able to listen to music? Sky, that's quite important to you, isn't it? Do you want to tell us about that? Are you allowed to have your headphones on?
In tests.
Okay. And having your headphones on in test, does that help you concentrate?
Because I need music to think. And oh, it's horrible. It's too quiet, it makes me want to throw up. And the paper and the really scratchy pens.
Are you saying that it's getting that balance right between you don't want it too noisy, you don't want it too quiet? So for you, headphones and your own choice of music at whatever level you find works is better for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So ideally, you'd like to be able to use your headphones right the way through the school? Okay, so let's move on then. Let's start to think about the things that make you feel really unhappy or anxious during a school day. Seating plans, that's always an interesting point of conversation, isn't it? How do you feel about them?
I feel like I need to be comfortable with who I sit near, and then if I'm sat next to like 2 boys, it's just really annoying. And then if I'm sat near the front, then I can't concentrate because I feel like all the eyes are on me. But then if I'm sat at the back, then like I feel more comfortable and I can actually work.
How about you, Sky?
I don't know, because most of the time, if there's a seating plan, I get sat next to someone who's really annoying. And and it's just like I can't think because they're just constantly asking me stuff sometimes. And it's just like,
So, would you like to be able to choose where you sit?
yeah,
And would you like that to stay the same or change every time?
stay the same. If it changed every time, I would just be in constant panic. And yeah,
Okay. How about you, Hermione? What about changing seating plans? Good or bad?
It's annoying, but then it's good if I'm sat next to someone I don't like. Then it's good. But then if I'm sat next to someone that's all right, then I'm like not very happy about it.
I think what you're saying is once you're happy with the seating plan, you don't want it to change.
Yeah.
Another topic of our previous conversations has always often been around answering questions in class. Tell us about how you feel when you're asked a question in class.
well, depends if I have my hand up or not.
Okay, do you want to explain that?
Because like if I have my hand up, then I want to answer it. But if I don't, then it will be like I wasn't expecting it, and I'm just stuck, and I can't move or do anything.
Okay. And if you're asked then, without your hand up, are you able to answer that question or not?
No. And it's just silence.
And is that feeling again of just literally not being able to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so that must be really tricky for you. That must create a lot of anxiety. Hermione, what's your thoughts on answering questions in class?
I freeze and then like panic because I can't answer it. And then after like it's finished, it will take me a while to like forget about it because I'll come home at the end of the day and I'll just keep complaining about it, and then it will affect my learning as well.
Okay, so it's not just affecting you in that moment. It lasts a while until you can relax and be able and able to listen and learn again.
Yeah.
Yeah? Not nice, in other words. Not a nice feeling in class. What about reading aloud?
No, I hate it. I can't. Like, because like when I read out loud, I stutter a lot, and I don't want my class to make fun of me for it. So I can't. Yeah.
So reading out loud, answering questions that you're not necessarily 100% sure of the answer about, they're both really difficult for you and cause a huge amount of anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, anything about sort of changes that happen in school? I know sometimes coping with change can be tricky. Can you think of any examples where something's changed at school that you weren't necessarily aware of and that's caused you to worry or be unhappy in school?
Room changes, which I know it can't be helped because, like, when there's room changes, it's normally because of like exams, but like they're really annoying because, like, right, a few times, like rooms have been double booked, so we've gone to one room, there's a class in there, so we go to a different room, and then like it just takes forever to find the right room that we're in. I mean, there's like not long left of the lesson, so you can't do much learning.
Hermione, have you had any examples like that of things that have changed?
It's just like loads of room changes all the time, and then we'll get to a room, and then like all the good seats will be taken, so I have to sit at the front, and like, yeah, or we'll be like moving through the corridor because we haven't been told what the room change is, and we'll get told off, but we don't know what the room change is.
Okay, so it's the consequences as well of having a room change, of firstly getting there late and not having a full lesson, and then secondly not know where you're going, and then seating plans also being completely changed because you're in a different room. All those things cause anxiety.
Yeah.
Are you ever told about these changes beforehand?
I mean, sometimes. Depends which tutor I have. Because I've got 2 tutors. And one of my tutors shows the cover and room changes in the morning and the other one doesn't, which is annoying.
So you'd far rather know.
Yeah.
What small and easy changes do you think could be made in your school to make your daily school life better and easier?
More like training about autism and stuff, because there's not much. I mean, there probably is, but from how they like show it to us is like, I don't know, it's not really there.
So you don't feel that if there is training there, it doesn't have much impact and it doesn't really seem to give the staff the skills that they need to understand you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a mix, it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah? Knowledge amongst staff is inconsistent.
Yeah.
They need to like understand how much we have to mask and like understand that we're tired because of it. Because if we just look like fine in school, it doesn't mean that we are, but we have to like hide it.
Okay, so do you want to just explain masking for anybody who doesn't really understand it?
It's like, it's hard to explain, but it's just like putting on a mask and just covering how you like feel, and yeah.
So you're trying to fit in basically all the time, which must be exhausting.
Yeah.
Okay, Sky, any other little changes that you think schools could make?
Like actually listening to like people that know us, or like when parents send emails and they're just like, well, we haven't heard it from you and it's not your words, but it is my words because I've told my mum that, and then she put it in an email and sent it. So yeah.
Okay, so believing both you and your parents and those other people who know you well.
Yeah.
Like letting us go for time out or like to the toilet when we need it, because I've asked to go time out quite a few times and they said like no because I didn't have a card to show them, but then if I need it then like I need to go to time out, and then like when the toilets aren't as busy, because lunch and break they are really busy, they won't let us go in lesson even when it's quiet. So yeah.
So it's having that bit of flexibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything about uniform? Uniform's often a big topic of conversation, isn't it? What could they easily change about uniform to make life better for you?
Like not being as strict about it. Like with like jewellery, as soon as they see it they tell us to take it off, except for like 2 stud earrings and 1 nose stud, and then like that's the only jewelry. It's like, why do they do it when they've got loads of jewellery on and they've got necklaces on?
Okay, Hermione, you got any thoughts about the uniform policies and restrictions?
It's like a massive thing for me, because I always go in with like my makeup done, my nails done, like loads of jewellery, and for me like I can't concentrate when like I don't have a piece of jewellery to fiddle with, and then if they tell me to take it off they'll like take it off me and then I have to go get it at the end of the day, and it's just really annoying. And then if I don't have my nails done then like I can't like concentrate because my nails just look really bad, and then like I bite them as well, so I need them to grow. So yeah, and then they tell me off and tell me that I'll get like central or isolation if I don't take it off.
So it makes you feel not only frustrated and angry, but it also actually impacts your learning negatively if you're asked to remove it.
Yeah.
Okay, any other tiny changes? Homework, anything about that?
Oh, it's pointless. Because, like, if you're gonna teach us something, then teach it to us in the lesson and don't just make us do it at home because you can't be bothered to teach it.
Hermione?
Like home is for home. Like when I get home from school I just want to chill and I don't want to do any more schoolwork, and then at weekends as well it's just for chilling out, not school.
Okay, so you see it as two real separate places. Schools for schoolwork, homes for doing other things.
Yeah.
I can't do anything else except for chill when I get home. Because, like, I've had to be just, like, even, like, now, when I'm more myself, I still mask a bit. Like, I'm still not my full self at school. Because I can't be. Like, they won't let us. They tell us to be ourselves. But then, this is back to the uniform thing. And then they don't let us express ourselves through the only way we can. So, it's like when I get home, I can't do anything else. Like, I physically can't do anything else. And because, like, I'm so tired after school. And, like, there's no...
So it's not just that it's pointless. It's also the fact that you're so exhausted from the day at school that you wouldn't be able to concentrate. You can't concentrate properly and get homework done anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's think bigger now about the whole school system, not just your individual school, but what large changes would you like to see in the school system to make sure everybody thrives in school and leaves with the skills that will really help them in their future life?
Less exams. Because, like, in exams, my brain just goes blank and I can't think and I'm just sat there doing nothing, basically. And, yeah.
So any thoughts about what they could replace exams with?
Coursework.
Hermione, what's your thoughts on coursework versus exams?
Yeah, I think it's like a better option. Because when I'm sat in a test, like I had a test yesterday, my mind just went blank. Like I probably could have passed it, but my mind just went blank and I couldn't think at all.
So how would that have been different if that had been coursework instead of a test?
Sure. I think it would have just been like easier.
And you might have been able to get things down on paper that you know,
Yeah.
whereas in an exam you might not be able to get that down on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The test, like, memory instead of knowledge.
We've got time just for one final very quick question. So after you've finished school and you've got all these wonderful skills that you need, what job might you like to do when you leave school?
Archaeologist.
Fantastic. Hermione?
Mounted police officer.
Brilliant. Bringing all your interests together. That's the end of today's podcast. I'd like to thank you both very, very much for your input and your thoughtful answers throughout this podcast. Thank you very much and goodbye.